Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning to everybody. I know this is not the usual way, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Honey, child, baby, boo. I wanna have a conversation with y'all, and this is kind of like an impromptu live because I wasn't planning on being live, but I had a little discussion earlier today, and it brought up a lot of things that I've been holding in and being that one. Hold on, I'm using a stand that I haven't used before. So it's kind of giving me, okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm using a stand that I haven't used before, but I'm about to make my matcha latte this morning. But oh yeah, I never used this. I haven't used this one since Kenya. Hey Cash, good morning. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. I know the kitchen might be a mess. Y'all probably looking in the background, but um please pay attention to the poll that I posted today. Are you the one in the family that's always misunderstood? Because I feel like I am. The conversation that I had with my mom earlier, um, about how, my brother canceled and, basically we went off into a rabbit hole of other things because I was expressing the fact that I feel like there's so much pressure on me being now I'm the oldest because my brother passed away, and I feel like there's this unrealistic pressure put on me just because the simple fact that I'm older, and I don't think it's fair. Please hit the like button on your way in. It says, from what I can see, it says 0 likes. I know that that could not be my live. And also, we have a goal that's going, hey, Dana Bland. Hey, Curvy Key. You know, I've been saying your name incorrectly all this time and you never corrected me, but Curvy Key. I've been saying Curvy Kai. Curvy Key, up in the building. I enjoyed your live the other day. But please answer that poll, run that poll up, hit that like button. Also, I have a goal for 5 super chats, any color. You guys can go ahead and help me. Hey, Sheila Kimbrew. I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody. When I sit down with my matcha latte, I'm going to definitely be in tune. But how this started, as you guys know, my blog the other day on this channel, I said, okay, so hold on, let me first get my matcha latte. My matcha latte, hold on, where's the camera? Okay, my matcha latte, vanilla, about to get started. Curvy, I've been saying it wrong too. Yeah, could be growing pains and adjustment pains. I think you're going to be fine. Yeah, I'm going to be fine, um, because I just have an understanding that no matter what throughout these years, no matter what, I'm gonna always be expected more of. I'm always gonna have to be the bigger person. I'm always gonna have to understand. I'm gonna always have to be basically like a second parent, and I'm not a parent. I'm not a parent to my siblings. I'm a sibling to my siblings, but it's like my mom. She never really allowed me to be exactly that. I always have to be the bigger person, always have to understand, always have to be patient, and I don't have to, when it comes to me, I don't get the same grace. So she said something that really, um, it didn't sit right for me. I didn't like it. Basically, that when I went overseas, that was me living my own life. And I'm like, to be honest with you, thank you so much, Dana Bland, for the 5.99 super sticker. I'm gonna hit the like button when my hands get back free. But hey, go getter. Uh, she said that when I went overseas, it was me having my own life, and honestly, um, I've been living my own life. Me going overseas wasn't me living my life, and I didn't like the feeling that I got. And I know me. This is me taking accountability, y'all. I know I get in my feelings, I get sentimental, and I get emotional sometimes, and I may overreact. And this may be a case of that, but that's the reason why I'm coming and having a conversation, because talking about it releases it. And sometimes you need to talk to somebody else, because you continue talking to the same person or the same people. Um, tensions can potentially rise. Look at me, y'all. Look at me. I'm growing, y'all. I'm literally growing right now before your eyes. Because in the past, we would just keep on going, or I would keep going, and I'm the person in the family that'll crash out. At least I can tell y'all the truth and admit that I will crash out. I'm usually the one that'll go there. Okay, so I didn't want to do that, and then it's just I've grown since then. I'm 38 years old now. I'm not the same 30-year-old that I was. I'm sorry about the noise, you guys. Sorry about that sound, but I gotta do the matcha. Um, but what's hurting me, and I have to just say it the way that it is, what hurts me is being misunderstood. I don't want any of my family members to think that I ran away from them. I don't want any of my family members to think that I did not have any regard or care for them when I decided to go. And I want everyone to thank you, Black T, for the $20 super chat. I want everybody to know that I'm gonna have my own life. I don't know how many years of my life I've been made to feel, even whether it was intentional or not, whether I was made to feel guilty for having my own life, or even if I didn't have it yet, wanting my own life. And I hate being misunderstood because I love my family too. My mom is always marching around saying how much she loves us, and I believe her. It's obvious, it's evident. Um, but loving somebody and understanding somebody, I think, may sometimes be a totally different thing. Because if you guys know me, Black T, you know me, Dana Blaine, you know me, everybody up in here, y'all have been watching long enough to know me. Don't I mention my family all the time? I mention my family a lot throughout the years. I've cried over my family a lot throughout the years. Okay, I forgot one little step, y'all. I always add a splash of this. I put a very, very small amount now because I've been noticing that when I put too much, it'll make this is Nescafe sweet vanilla mocha sweet vanilla flavored espresso. Yeah, I mention my family all the time, and for some reason, and even my deceased brother, he learned later on in life how much I love my family. But a lot of people get this notion that, yes, I'm a diva. Yes, I've always been like that. But I'm not self centered at all. I'm very compassionate for others. I'm very much there for others. And one thing that hurts me is when people feel like I'm not there for, and this is not even just family, friends too. When people feel like I'm not there for them, or they take for granted the fact that I think of them and I'm concerned for them and I love them. That hurts. I'm not going to sit here and try to act like it doesn't. That hurts when the concern that you don't have to have, because lots of people don't get cared about in this world by their own family. I love my family a lot, but I love myself too. That part. Let me warm this up, y'all. I like it hot sometimes. Sometimes with the ice, sometimes with the hot. And another thing I want to address on this live, because I've been seeing comments and stuff, and I want to explain something to y'all. Not y'all, because I know it's not y'all that are saying these things, but the people that are saying, I'm finna finally address some of the bad comments in just a second. I'm finna address something because just because I'm tired. I'm tired of this. So it's time for me to just say something about this one thing. Okay. Hey, Marianne Watson. I only drink my matcha hot. Yeah, I like my matcha with the ice in it the most, but I'll take it hot for right now for what we finna get ready to do. Let me get some lighting because I want this to be crystal clear when I say this. Sorry, y'all. That was my thigh shaking the table, y'all. Let me see some of the comments because doing it this way, y'all know it'd be hard to see. Good morning, Zay and Chatter. Hey, Mimi, you're four. Let me see. Black T Zay, you need a whisk. Exactly. You know what? You showed right about that. But that's another thing. Amago's World. Hey, Amago's World. Good to see you in the chat. Another thing, because that leads right into what I'm about to say. This is not my home. This is just the Airbnb where I'm staying first. If you guys watch the vlogs, before I even had the option to go to my mom's house, I had already booked this place by mistake. What happened was I was considering to book, and when you put in a request, it's pending, and before I could press the button to cancel it, it went through. So I just was stuck with it. Either I could have just been at my mom's house, so I stayed here because it's close to the bus, like literally right outside there that way. The bus is right there. That's why you guys see me getting on the bus a lot, because I'm not going to waste my money. I'm not going to waste the opportunity either for me to get my content. Okay? But people have been saying stuff in the comments like they were saying that stove is dirty. And I'm like, it might be. But you think I'm finna go clean somebody else's stuff? Like, child, don't get it twisted. If it was mine, then y'all know I break everything down. I break it down and I sanitize. Y'all already know that. This is what it looks like, y'all. I put very little of the espresso so it doesn't get brown and stain up my teeth. I can't be staining my teeth, y'all. Oh yeah, let me put away. Y'all know me. I don't play about the cleanliness and stuff, y'all. Put that back. Put this in the refrigerator. And let me hit this one dish that I just used. I don't play about that. I'm gonna tell y'all something else too. I'm glad I got y'all to talk to, because I want to tell y'all something else that I just found out. Another thing, Lydia tried to make it seem like I was crazy because I wash my hands after I wash dishes. That's duh. She tried to make it seem like I was crazy for washing my hands after I wash dishes. I don't want my hands smelling like no dishes. Hold on, let me go in the bathroom. Can y'all sit right here? Just for no, it's okay. I'll just take some paper towels. But yeah, so let me be clear when I say that you're not hurting my feelings when you come in the comments talking about the stove is dirty. And these are people that are still upset about whatever I might have said about their favorite content creators. But I want to say this. When does it end? This is the one little small little piece for y'all. When does that end? When do y'all finally get over whatever I might have said? I might have said somebody was built like a pull-out couch. I might have said, you know, that somebody ain't got no edges or something like that. I don't know what the stuff I used to say. Um, but at what point do you start leaving me alone? Because I haven't made a video addressing nobody in forever. You know, I haven't said nothing to nobody. So why are you still swinging? That's like fighting somebody. Sorry, y'all, I gotta carry both at the same time to open the door. Open up the door. Okay, I love sitting by the window when I have my matcha. It just get me to thinking. Okay, so as I was saying, y'all, let me do it like that. Are we good? We set, y'all? Is we set? Okay. Cheers. So yeah, I be like, Zay, you gotta understand those old reeds hit hard. I guess so. It's so good. And I put the Splenda in there. It's so bomb. It's delicious. But this lady in particular, I'm gonna do this one time and one time only. Hey Mel Bonnie Bell. Hey Love Chops. Um, swinging in the air for an old fight. It's a fight that's over. So I'm gonna say this. Put this down. I am in a phase of love, understanding, repositioning, repurposing. I'm trying to live better while I'm alive. I'm not trying to wait until the last moment to try to get right. I'm trying to live right now. I'm trying to live with a purpose right now. I'm trying to be a content creator that can share my life. My if people haven't realized, and I didn't, it's not your fault because I didn't realize for a long time either, but I do now, that I slipped into understanding that my purpose and my story as a content creator, it was never about traveling, it was never about dragging. It was about um rebuilding my whole life, rebuilding what's inside of me. It's about me rebuilding. That's why I'm so honest and transparent about how I feel. I honestly didn't even want to talk about this conversation about my family, but I would be a fake content creator and my life wouldn't be my content if I didn't discuss these things. So I'm being more honest, I'm being more transparent that, yeah, coming home hasn't been exactly the way that I expected it to be when it comes to my family. Not and this has nothing to do with my mom, but it has more to do with my relationship with my younger siblings. My younger siblings, and they can correct me if I'm wrong, but I've been made to feel this is about how I feel. I can be wrong, but this is how I feel. They make me feel like the dynamic of our relationship, and I do understand that, yes, I'm 20 plus years older than my siblings. Yeah, they are young adults. But I feel like it's been a give, take relationship. And at in the beginning, that's okay because they were so young, they were children. But now that they have crossed the threshold into becoming an adult, is it okay for me to start expecting something a little bit different? Please give me the thumbs up, y'all. Hit the like button. We got 25 people watching, 13 likes. Let's get the likes up, and we have 3 more goals. It would be nice to finally hit a goal on one of these lives, because I noticed that it's been hitting 2 lately. It's been hitting 2. It would be nice. You can send $1.99. I think even the 99 will count towards the goal. So help me reach that goal. But I kind of sort of feel like, when is it going to be okay for me to have that standard? And me being honest about it in my last vlog, and honestly, to tell you how the truth, I said more than that. I cut it out. I said more than that. Now, I would never be to the point where I'm cussing my brother out, calling him a bitch, and all of this and that and the third. I would never do nothing like that, because we're talking about literally a human being who came into this world, and they have been in my care. I've had to take care and watch out for him. And I do that with pride and honor, because that's my baby brother. I never had one, and I always wanted a younger brother because I've always been the baby brother my entire life up until then. So the love will always be there. I will always love my younger siblings, and I hate that people misunderstand and don't think that I do, because I just do. It's just that simple. Oh, let me put a heart on it. Thank you, Love Chops. See, this chat goes so fast and then it disappears off the screen. Thank you, Sherilyn. Thank you. Everybody hit the like button for their super stickers, super chats. Zay, the younger people, they built different. My baby sister works my last nerve. Yeah, and this isn't me. Oh, hey, y'all done did it again. Y'all done hit the goal. Thank y'all. Um, it's testing a new side of me, because this new patient Zay is totally different. In the past, I would be very irate, and now I'm just trying to understand, because the way that I feel, and I was trying to break it down to my mom, that I'm kind of like, what you asked me to come here for if we not gonna see each other that often? I know that I'm on the other side of town. However, if you wanted, y'all said y'all was missing me. I'm here. Don't wait until I'm gone again to be like, oh, I miss you and da 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 da. You're like, don't wait until I'm gone again for that. Because I'm here now. I flew 8,510 miles. $53 left in my bank account because I made a way to get here. I stretched everything out to get here. If somebody did that for me, I'm sorry, it would mean a lot to me. And I know I might seem like I'm being sentimental and whatnot, but it's the truth. To me, that's a true effort. The reason I gave away a lot of my stuff, I wanted to make sure that my baggage went through instantly. I didn't want to take no chances. I'm not playing no games about coming to see my mama. I'm spending my time with my mama. I'm showing my mama how much I love her. I'm showing the world how much I love my mom. I love my family, period. But you guys are right. The Gen Zs, they do think a totally different way. Things are totally different for them. And I understand that. I'm not taking that from them. It's just, how long do I make excuses? How long do I be the bigger person? How long? I'm about to be 40 in 2 years. I will be 40 years old, and I'm only going to get older. Am I going to be having this conversation again when I'm in my 50s? Am I going to be having this conversation when our mom is long gone? What then? Don't wait until she is gone to finally want to have that bond in that relationship. Hey Helena, it's good to see you. How's everybody doing in the chat? And please don't think, y'all already know if I was crashing out. First of all, I will be in tears, and I will probably have a drink. I would probably have a drink, so y'all know I'm not crashing out. But I would be fake to say that my feelings weren't hurt, even just a little bit. I'm grieving. I miss my brother. I even miss my sister, and she invited me to come out to spend some time with her. And I'll let that be a surprise if I accept it or not. I'll let it be a surprise. But that's my best friend, by the way. So people get confused about my family dynamics because my family, we are close. When we're together, we together. We're close. But yeah, um, it's a totally different dynamic between my sister and my older brother, who's now deceased, and then my younger siblings. But I know they can't help that because of the simple fact that we have such a large age group, and I try to encourage all of them. Talk to me. I am not your parent. I am your sibling. You can tell me whatever. You can cuss. You can do whatever. Don't ever be afraid to tell me something because I'm damn sure not gonna be scared to tell you. Okay? Okay? I'm not gonna be scared to tell you, so you could definitely tell me what I'm gonna do. Whoop you? I'm not even gonna fight my siblings. And I know what I can do. But I'm not who's coming with that kind of energy for the people that you love, right? I wouldn't dare want to put my hands on them. I don't even want to fuss and cuss. I'm like I said, I'm in my soft girl era. I'm in my soft girl era. I'm not trying to fight nobody. I'm not trying to hurt nobody. So let me get back to the comment. I apologize. I don't know if that's what you were waiting to hear from me, ma'am, and you know who I'm talking to because you're consistent. From the moment I removed you off my block list, you have been there faithfully under every post I make, every picture I post, every video you post, every single time something dirty, something nasty about me, and you never get a response. Here's your response right here. I apologize for whatever it was that I said about somebody that you love, for whatever I did to you or whatever transgression I made against you that made you feel the need and the urge to go under every post faithfully. I hope you post up under this one. I hope you post up under that was my sister. I hope you post up under this one. Um, because I don't know what it is that you want from me. I ignore you. I don't bother you. I'm not bothering the person that you're defending. I don't bother nobody. I haven't even come back out here to to get vindication for the lies that were told about me, about having pending cases and being wanted and being on the run. I haven't even bothered to address that because guess what? I had a light bulb go off in my head that made me realize life is too short and there are way more important things to deal with. For instance, my family. For instance, my health, my mother's health, my YouTube channel, my content. These things are more important than me trying to battle something that was ridiculous from the start. So please, I'm asking you, can you find something better to do? I'm going to continue to allow you to disrespect me in the comments because as long as you're not, hey Derek, as long as you're not hurting me physically, I'm okay. Why she don't come in the live chat, tell us what's your problem exactly? Because she's hey Kenya, she's not blocked. I'm screaming, not you can cuss. Yes, okay. Well, I ain't listen. The thing about my siblings, they're just like me at their age. You don't have to tell them that they can cuss. Okay, you don't have to tell them that they can do nothing, and that's something I love about them. You know, I love that they're free and I love that they speak their mind. I love that they're not, I want them to be even more free because they kind of like me. They not completely like me. They ain't got all the sauce, okay? They got some. It's growing. And I'm here for them growing because in this world it's good to be dauntless. It's good to be I'd rather you be rambunctious than to be timid and scared, right? I would rather you stand up for yourself than to be I'm not, I'm not going to. That's why when I told them, yeah, and I know I go ham and bacon bits. I know I do. But that's why when I told my brother, like, there's nothing that you can't tell me. Go ahead and tell me what's on your mind because I'm on your side. Okay? We're in this together. No matter what, no matter how I feel, even today, even right now, it's not going to change the fact that we are family. We got to deal with each other to some extent, to some degree, and I'm choosing to. It's also a choice because I could very easily make my way, go right on back overseas. And this is not the reason why. Like my mom said in her text message to me, when I went overseas, that was me living my own life. I just hate that she feels that she's correlating me living my life with me going overseas. No, Miss Ma'am, no, Mama. Mm-mm. I've been living my own life right in Decatur, Georgia. I've been living my own life for a long time. The first time I went overseas was when I was stationed in Camp Humphreys, Korea, when I was 18 years old. First time I lived on my own, I was 17 years old in the Army's delayed entry program. Okay, because I enlisted when I was 17. Okay, so I've been living my own life for a long time. This is nothing new. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I'm true to this. So I say all of that to say it sucks being misunderstood. Let me see how many people answered the poll. So we got 33% of the chat feels like me. I feel y'all. I feel y'all pain. To be misunderstood is like one of the hardest things to deal with. I like to be very clear. That's why um, when I even when I'm vlogging, y'all, like first of all, if I got a wedgie, I'm gonna be like wedgie, wedgie. Call it out. You call out that wedgie. Front wedgie, back wedgie. I'm very open, very transparent. I've been like that for a long time because once upon a time, 1,000 years ago, I used to be very, I guess you could say bashful. I ain't like that no more. Let me see. My sister texted me. I want to see what she said. I didn't need to read that. See, my mom is still. Uh, I'm tired, y'all. When it comes to this conversation that I keep having with my mom, cause my mom feels like Whatever relationship I have with my younger siblings is my fault. I created it. And I know, and we finna go there now. We finna just talk about it. And when she says that, I'm just like, I wonder what goes on inside of your head. I really wonder, like, what is going on inside of your head to even come to that type of reasoning. Whatever relationship you have is because of you. Huh? As if there aren't multiple variables in the equation. That makes absolutely no sense. And she just doesn't see that. She doesn't understand that. And she keeps saying, I understand, I understand, I understand, I understand. But how are you understanding? But you're telling me that whatever it is because of you. If you want to make a difference, you change it. You start being more of a family oriented person. And that's when I come to the conclusion. My mom used to always tell me when I was younger about my grandmother. She would always say she got to a point when she was an adult that she got tired of talking to her mom and just accepted it for what it is. I have arrived to that point. I've been there. But there's always that little glimmer of hope, like maybe one day you might understand where I'm coming from. It's just not happening. Hey, boss lady up in the building. Hey, Lisa Clark. Sometimes you just have to accept being misunderstood too. I have accepted it. Yeah. I'm no longer going to analyze why, because I used to wonder, like, well, why are you misunderstanding me? Because I felt like you're choosing to, but it could be that. But I feel like maybe it also could be you just don't get it. You just don't understand, never will. And I'm okay with that because the thing is, and let me be also honest with y'all. Y'all know I've always been 1,000. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. I'm feeling like I signed up for some emotional turmoil. I was completely happy on my own. I'm always happy alone. I miss my family. I miss everyone. And I would love to be around them, but I did not need to physically come to Atlanta to come to that resolve. I did not need to physically be here. Of course, being here has given me something. I'm always going to look at it that way. Like I'm here. I'm going to make the best of it. But my family asked me to be here. You know what I'm saying? I had a whole plan. I was going to go to China. I was going to go elsewhere. I put myself in a position now where I'm in a environment that I really can't afford, but I can't afford it as much as I was affording over there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, again, let's rewind it back. No, Sherilyn, I don't. I talked about this on the last live stream. My dog was dog napped. Um, but I want to rewind it back to how my mom told me. My mom told me, y'all remember I went to Shanghai before Black Tea. Shanghai was so beautiful. It's so clean in China. But she said that if I want it to change, then change it. Do y'all see? Put a one in the chat if you can see how I'm putting in effort. Did I not just fly? Did I fly all the way here just for me? Did I just do? Did I fly all the way here selfishly with $53 left in my bank? Did I come all the way here just to go sit over on the other side of town and go to the museum and make vlogs? I can make vlogs wherever I'm at. I did not need to come back to Atlanta to make a vlog. I came here because I wanted to be around my family who said that they missed me. And my mom does. I want you guys to be understood that it's not my mom. My mom, where she gets caught up in the picture, is that she's always going to defend my younger siblings against me. She's always going to defend them against me. Always. It's never going to be her defending me against them. It's always going to be her defending them against me and my feelings and my emotions. And I'm okay with that because, okay, child, do listen, all right? I'm not gonna keep on battling with you about who's right or wrong. But you asked me to come, and I did. I couldn't even afford it. When I first had the idea, first of all, with the recent passings and everything, I felt very sentimental. I felt the urge to be around my mom. But I want y'all to be understood that the problem isn't between us. My mom loves when I come over there to her house, when I see her, when I'm around her, when we spend time together, and I love it too. The the um the disconnect is just with me and my younger siblings at this point. And then the disconnect comes between us because she like, oh, hold on, not my kids. Oh, no, oh, hold on, not my youngin. She's gonna defend. But when it comes to me, it's zero. It's zero. It's never. I have never heard her say, "Well, wait a minute, don't do my other son like that." Never. And the thing is, y'all, it's been like that for so long that do y'all see me crying about it, or even a tear producing in my eye at all about it? Not one. I cried so many times about that in the past. I'm over it. I don't care if she defends me or not. I defend myself. I'm going to defend myself and protect my own peace. I don't care to be defended. If that's what you feel they need, then let them have that. But my thing is, and I hope that she one day understands, is that y'all are not my enemies. And also, I really am so disappointed, y'all. I have to say this. I'm so disappointed that she kind of was throwing my traveling in my face, but at the same time telling me that you're proud of me. I don't like that. I don't like stuff like that. I don't Y'all know how many people came on here in the past throwing my traveling in my face. My relationship with my family didn't just get like this. When I lived in Decatur, we spent the same amount of time that we're spending right now, very little. Unless I initiated, unless I arranged, unless I made these things happen the way that my mom is telling me to do right now, unless I control the narrative, it's not going to happen. And I'm okay with that now. My thing is that I just really thought that things were going to be different this time because I was requested to come here. Let me see what Black T said. Mary Ann, he's in the Airbnb. Are you living with your mom? No. No. Because the reason that I initially did that is because I'm 38 years old. I haven't lived with my family for a long time. Okay, I think the room that I used to live in is completely like there's nothing like my old bed is in there. But but the thing is I'm going to from here go to stay with my mom because I just want to be there. I want to be with her. That's what I want to give her that time. That's what my mom deserves. And I miss that about her. So I'm going to spend that time with her because I just want them to understand. You're going to look back at this and you're going to realize that I tried. I could have threw some money up. I could have threw some money up. Oh, for real? You was over here? Well, did you enjoy yourself? Um, One day y'all are going to look back because they watch my channel. Y'all going to look back and y'all going to see that I tried. And then when I'm not, and I'm not in, and please don't misunderstand this. This is not a punishment. It's just that I'm going to consider my time, my aspirations, my schedule, my goals personally. The next time that I'm asked to come out here to do another visit, I'm going to think what's best for me. I did it this time. Yeah, my sister is giving me some good advice. You already know. Um, I'm going to think about what's best for me next time. Selfishly, you're going to miss me when I'm gone. Exactly. And I don't want to hear any. I don't want no more guilt trips. No more. Well, you moved across the country. You did this. You did that. And I'm just now hearing this. The entire time that I've been across the country, I've been getting cheered on and, oh, that's great, that's amazing, da 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 da. But now when I express like, oh, I'm here and I thought that things were going to be like this or that, and I understand that not every expectation is meant to be made because I'm putting an expectation out that of the way I see things, the way I would have done things if my family member flew 8,000 over 8,000 miles away to come back to be able to spend some time with me. And then rather quickly, I would have done things differently. I don't expect everybody to do the things that I do. I don't expect that. That would be ridiculous. I don't even expect everybody, just because I'm nice, I don't expect somebody else to be nice, right? That would be unrealistic. So, but what I did expect was a little bit more. I'm not even asking for much. I'm not asking for nobody to throw me no parties. I'm not asking nobody to roll out no red carpets. I'm just asking for some time because clock this T. And I know that somebody out there was like, I know he's gonna get to a point. The point is, when I leave this time, I'm gonna be gone even longer. I've said that from the start. I've said that from the start. So I just was hoping that things would be that we will be able to. That's why I'm going to spend the time with my at my mom's actual home because ooh, because I know me. When I'm on go mode, I'm an Aries. When I'm Aries, we go 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 towards our goals. And I know that I have a lot of places that I want to see in my lifetime. I'm 38 years old and I better be able to I better go see those places while I'm moving around. I'm young enough too because I kind of got a late start on being a world traveler. You know, I started when I was 35 years old. And so I want to be able to travel and go to all those countries. It's a lot of countries, y'all. It's a lot of countries. So it's going to be a long time before I'm able or I even think to want to come back to the city I love so much because I love Atlanta, by the way. Every time someone asks me when I've been traveling, how do you feel about the countries that you go to? What's your favorite place and all of that? I always tell them that Atlanta is still my favorite because home is where the heart is. And to me, home is where my mama is. My mama lives here. And before, to just to show y'all how close we all are, did y'all even know this? Let's clock this tea real quick. I moved here first, and my family, they all came right behind me. When I moved and I was loading up my U-Haul and I was coming on my way here, my mom had hers loaded up, had her place picked out, the same place that she still lives in now. She she came all the way down here. So I don't want nobody to think like, and then you can think whatever you want to think. It's okay. Um, but it's not a complete dysfunction. There's love there. There's a sentiment there. But things change, I guess, with time and separation and traveling, all of that stuff. You're gonna miss me when I was in Atlanta yesterday. Let me go back up a little bit. Zay, are you living with your mom? Oh, baby, don't say anything about their babies, even when they're wrong. It's as two left feet, right, boss lady? Look at me, someone, boss lady. Um, but yeah, that's why I understand. Cause I mean, after so many times, if you put your hand on the stove so many times and it just burns, you're gonna know that the next time you put your hand on that stove, it's gonna burn you. It's just the same as this conversation. It's always gonna be the same thing. And just like my sister just told me, um, I I read the message of what was being said, and basically my mom was like, "He's in his feelings," and I'm like, "Am I feeling like you just don't get it?" And I understand. The thing about it is that I used to feel bad, y'all, because when I was in those 3 years when I was gone, and really before that, I learned to not care. because it's just so unhealthy for me to keep trying to care so much about somebody else's reaction. But I feel like I'm sitting here waving this flag, waving this. I'm sitting here with a poster saying like, cherish the moment, cherish the moment, cherish the moment, because that's what I'm trying to do. My brother's dead. I did not get to see him before I came back. I was supposed to come back. My original ticket from Nairobi to the US was for November 2025. My brother died in October. I was so upset because I really wanted to see him. Y'all know he did a lot of stuff for me when I was gone, and he was arranging stuff for me, and I was expecting to come back home. I even bought a bunch of expensive designer clothes. Do y'all know what happened to my stuff? Speaking of which, let me show y'all. I did a little haul. Let me do a little haul because I can show y'all the stuff that I did receive. Because y'all know I didn't receive it all. I ordered a bunch of clothes and sent them to my brother's house. And y'all know my stuff be expensive because it came from Neiman Marcus. But I didn't never receive it. But I had every intention of seeing my brother and spending time with not just him, but both of them. Both of my brothers, my sisters, my mama, everybody. But my mom is kind of reacting as if I'm complaining, like I'm throwing a tantrum. I'm not throwing a tantrum. Like, does anybody understand where I'm coming from? Put some pink hearts in the chat if you feel where I'm not even pink. Put the hearts in the chat. I don't even care what color they is. If you feel what I'm saying, I'm not throwing a tantrum. I'm not, because if I was throwing a tantrum, some Grey Goose would have been involved and I would have been crashing out. Duh. So y'all know this is my favorite brand. They need to go ahead, and I hope that one day I blow up so much on YouTube that y'all give me some type of endorsement. Sacrifice the thought. Where's your wife and kids? We'll talk about that in just a second. Um, but y'all know I love Tuck. Tuck Footwear is a British company. They are amazing. If you watch my vlogs and y'all seen from the day that I first started vlogging and doing YouTube, period, y'all always used to talk about my boots. This company, I only wear their shoes. Only. Unless it's a gym shoe. So this pair that I got right here, these are the low creepers. So y'all know I don't normally wear no flat shoe, but these are the low creepers. My brother held on to them for me, my baby brother, Jay Sean. I love that they got the detail here. You got the studs. I live for a stud. Dang, that sounded funny. A stud. Oh, I want a stud. Ooh, I want a stud. Ooh, give me a stud. Give me a stud. Ooh, I want a stud. Ooh, you see that stud? But yeah, haven't even put my foot in these. Um, Ask me why I got them. Hey, Sally Sings. Ask me why I got them because they was on sale. Because I have no intention of wearing this no time soon because it's really not my style exactly. I don't like a flat shoe. My shoe has to have a platform to it. Hey, T for me TV. My shoe has to have a platform to it. Hold on, let me see that. You will feel so much better once you go stay with by your mom while you're here because that time is important. Exactly. My siblings get to be with my mom all the time, and if it does seem like I'm throwing a tantrum, I'm throwing a tantrum for my mama. That's it. I want to be by her. They get to be by her every day. And I know some people are wondering, like, well, why you don't just go over there? I don't have a car. I depend on the bus. The bus does not exactly go there. And then on top of that, the bus that does go there, it only runs on certain days. If I just want to see my mom on another day, I can't do that. I have to depend on my brother. I have to depend on him. And I don't like to be in that position, but this is what I can afford. Like I said many times before, my income was cut in half. Um, and it just, this is an adjustment. Let's see what y'all said. Where's your wife and kids? Okay, so about the wife and kids thing. This is the second pair. I really like these. When I saw these, I was like, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Put a one in the chat if you know this is my style. Put a one in the chat if you know, like, oh yeah, that's something Zay would rock. It don't even have the spikes on it. It's my style all day long. Ow. If it make it sing, ow, make it sing, ow, ow. Hey, Esteem. Ow, ow, ow. Hold on, let me model it. Hello? You talking to me? Yeah, I called you. You ain't gotta get an attitude now. Well, I did though. But hold on. Who is you talking to? Um, 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 uh. This is cute. I'm gonna put it in. So what I'm gonna do? What my plan has been, and it's a long story. If I was to sit down and break everything down to y'all, that would be content for days. But what I plan on doing, because my brother asked me, what are you gonna do with these shoes? And because he knows me, I'm quick to leave stuff behind, give stuff away. But I told him I'm gonna put it in storage, more than likely, because y'all know I only take two pairs of shoes with me nowadays. I take my one pair of boots that can get dirty and one pair of boots to stay clean. And but what I plan on doing next, dang, I'm giving away a little bit of tea. I'm gonna get a storage in Miami because I know that when it's time for me to leave from the United States again, Miami's going to be my home, my base, where I fly in, because it's so easy. The Miami International Airport is a hub, so I'm going to be coming in and out when I do leave the United States again. I feel so much better talking about all of that, releasing it. And my sister's sitting there telling me, my sister's telling me like she's giving me advice because at first I was a little bit more elevated. Because the conversation, you know how it is when you're having a conversation about one thing and then somebody throws something up in there that make you be like, huh? What they got to like? It irritates you just because you can see the distractions. Like, wait a minute, that didn't have nothing to do with what we're talking about. It seemed like you trying to like confuse me. Like, yeah, it's just not healthy. And I try to avoid situations now where I'm arguing. I don't even want to argue and get paid for it. Put a one in the chat if y'all recognize that. Haven't y'all noticed I don't even want to get paid to argue no more. So why would I want to do it for free? I don't even want to get paid to argue with nobody no more. I don't want to argue with you in no comments. I don't want to argue in person. I don't want to argue on the phone. I don't want to argue with nobody. I'm in my soft girl era. I'm trying to love. I'm trying to show love, be appreciated, be valued, all of those different things. And like I said on my Facebook today, nobody, and I mean this down to my tippy toes, nobody gets to hurt me no more. Nobody gets to take me for granted no more. Nobody gets to lie to me no more. Nobody gets to manipulate me no more. Money is low, Gambino, because this Airbnb renting a room in Atlanta costs about 1,800. 1,800. Food is way more expensive. This is not India anymore. This is not Asia no more. Like this is back in the United States. Ubers, $50. Short distance, 20 minutes, $50 to $60. So here's the thing though, Gambino, like I'm not back in the United States to stay or to live. If I were, I can get my own place. I don't need the money's not so tight where I can't get my own place. It was never my intention. And I noticed that some people have been leaving comments of giving me some pointers and stuff on things that they think I should try to do. But that's not my goal. I'm not back. I'm physically back, but I'm not back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to stay. Otherwise you guys would see me rolling around in the car. I would go right back to the dealership that I got my Toyota Camry from, and I would get me another one, and I would have another car note. Um, I'm not doing that. My friend Veronica, she asked me, "Are you got your place set up?" And I was like, "Absolutely not." And right now they have a program for veterans. There's some veteran apartment housing that they just opened up, and my mom was telling me about that. Like, oh, you can go there. I'm like, I can do a lot if I wanted to. There's the veterans homeless program. They put you up in the house too if you don't have a place. There's so many options I have. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to stay here. I'm still traveling. I'm just moving my traveling from abroad to the U.S. for a little while, and then I'm gone. I'm gone again. I know you're visiting, but I will stay with family. Yeah, I'm going to stay with my family next month. Um, and it's not a situation of I have to. It's a situation of I want to. I want to be there. I want to. There's no way that I'm coming all this way back to not be right by my mom's side. I want to be there to help her. I want to put lotion on her legs. I want to help my mom out. My mom's not doing her best right now, y'all. So prayers for my mom. She's doing okay, but she's having some issues, and I just want to be there to be supportive and be a son, because I haven't been being one for a long time, but which is okay. I'm not holding no guilt or nothing like that, because my mom has other children that were there in my absence, but I want to show her that I do want to help. I want to be of service. I'm here. It's not My life is not all about just making content and traveling here and there and finding a man. I love my mom too. I love my family too. I want to be there for them. That way, when I'm gone again, I don't got to hear no. I don't. No, I put my time in. I was there. Yeah. But yeah. Oh yeah, Gumbino, you missed the whole part about me saying that when my mom told me to stay at her house. I went to go um take the request from Airbnb out, and immediately I got a message and it said, your request was approved. I was like, oh well, damn, the money was already out of the account at that point. And so I saw it as a glass half full, and I told myself, like, well, okay, it's on the bus line. I'll be able to get downtown real easily and film some Atlanta content for my arrival back. And then because my mom, she stays in McDonough, Georgia, so that's still the greater Atlanta area, but it's a lot harder to get. It's the suburbs, so it's a lot harder to get downtown from there. So I knew that once I had this time to film the stuff I want to film, see the stuff I want to see, you know, I would be okay when I get there to her house. Hey, Sella. Um, what else was I about to say? Let me read what my sister's saying. Yeah, my sister's checking to make sure that I'm all right. I'm okay. Like, it's nothing. There's nothing to be. Um, well, I was never in distress, but I was a little bit frustrated. But my level of frustration, it could never be where it used to be. I've healed a lot. I've been faced with more serious things. I've seen more serious things than something like that. Because regardless of what, of things not going my way, things not go. Yeah, my sister totally. Yeah, but things not going my way, as my mom says, I'm okay with that because at the end of the day, something that I learned and something, if you haven't even realized this, I'm sure people notice by now. My whole content has changed now to showing people what it's like to be alone, a life alone. So I'm the last person to have a problem with not people not being there for me. I'm not that person. I've gotten used to it. I love being alone and I've accepted it years ago. I tell people all the time, if I never find a man, if I never have a husband, if I never have a wife and kids, if I never have any of that, if I never have any of my sister keeps texting, if I never have any of that, I have to be okay, y'all. Cause what am I going to do? Isn't that a good question? What can I, sorry y'all, I was seeing if my, is my phone low? I can't even see the battery. I don't want to die on y'all. But what else can I do? I can sit here and cry all day long. I can sit here and complain all day long, but nothing's ever going to change unless it's time for it to change. But that's what I believe in. I believe that God ordains different times, different cards, different tables even for different folks. And I accept mine. That's why I hate being misunderstood. It's not a complaint about I feel like I don't have family, because to me, the only person I need, and this is being literal, is me. I only need me. Who got through all of the situations when I was alone? Me. Does that mean I don't love family and I don't want a connection with someone, even a loved, a significant other? Hell no. I'm just like everybody else. I want a nice happily ever after. I want a family and a big barbecue. We out there cooking and they playing that Marvin Gaye song. We done the party. You know, I want to do all of that. I want to do the cha cha slide and all of that stuff. I still love the blackness, of life. But at the same time, if I don't ever get those things, what am I going to do? Cry forever? And then how long will I cry? That part. How long will I cry? How long is okay to cry about it? Right. So I wish that she understood, but I don't think, I think you mentioned that a few years ago. I have mentioned it several times. I am legendary. Several times that I'm living my life now the best that I can live it with what I got. I'm just trying to work what I got. That's all I can do. All I can do. Mary, you live in Atlanta. Let me see. I'm in McDonough. Oh, for real? Okay, so I'm gonna be over there. I'm gonna be I'm gonna go to the town square and all of that stuff. I'm gonna really try to learn about what it's like out there, because my mom always wanted me to live out there, and I was like, I'm not leaving Decatur. Uh-uh. The one thing that got me to want to leave Decatur was all the shots and stuff. The pop 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 pop. When a bullet came through my window, and like, yeah, when I was on vacation in Miami, I came back and I saw bullet holes in my window. I'm like, crazy. And my brother was like, he was really worried. So yeah, I decided that it was time to go. And plus, I moved. I mean, I went abroad. I'm going to try and go to the gym now. Oh, that's coming up for me. And I'm going to introduce that as part of my content. No, I'm not going to start a fitness channel, but I'm going to show you guys. I mean, I used to do that all the time. I used to actually make videos and I was exercising. I remember even one time I was addressing a content creator when I was working out. I used to do stuff like that. Not something I'm going to do these days, but yeah, I used to introduce exercising. Exercising was a big part of my everyday life. And so I'm getting back to that. Getting back to me. By the way, my real name is Now I Am Amor Agape. Oh, okay. I know that's right. I'm one of your first. I know that's right. It's good to see. And you've been back faithfully. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm blessed because whatever I might not have that I've been desiring, I have it in different ways. I have had a community, a family online. I have my sister. I still have my mom and my younger siblings. We still have a relationship. Yeah, things may not seem be the way that I want it to be, but that's okay with me. I'm okay with that. I'm talking about this isolated trip, this trip. And even that, it's not over. I'm not leaving tomorrow. I leave when I'm ready to. So we have an opportunity. I just have been wanting us to seize the opportunity. But I one thing my mom said that makes total sense is that you cannot expect people to change who they've already been in a day, in your absence. And she's absolutely right about that. I I shouldn't feel like I'm Beyonce and I'm in town, I'm on tour and it's like everybody's showing up to see me. And that's okay. Touche. 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 But this video, I'm so glad I had this conversation because I needed to release. I'm so glad that I said it. My heart feels so light now. I'm so glad I didn't come on here disrespecting nobody. I didn't drag my family. I didn't come on here saying, "Oh, you're a bad mom. You're a bad brother," because they're not. They're not. They are very loving, and I'm sure that if I actually sat down and had a conversation with my brother, there's an explanation as to why things have been the way that they are. But at the same time, not this bug, and it's bothering me. Going on, but it doesn't change the fact that I feel my feelings. I feel my emotions right now, and something that I told you guys as a content creator and a YouTuber that I'm going to share that stuff. I'm not asking for permission. I'm not gonna, hey, you mind if I have a conversation about? No, whatever happens in my life that is true, I'm going to share it if I want to. Hey, Sheila Austin, I'm gonna share it. Hey, Zay, not to get off subject, but did the brother that passed away, is he the one that did all your fire intros? He is. He is. I miss my brother. My brother was my protector. My brother was my friend. Um, we had a very we got weird with each other in our teenage years, but when I became an adult, when my brother realized that I wasn't the one, we was good after that. When he realized that I would stand up to him, because my brother was a big guy, 6'5", and when he realized I would stand up to him and anybody else, we was good after that. Like my brother respected me a lot, and he um he was just even to the day he died, he was always still a protector and always still very much there. Even and him too, he misunderstood me as well. But I'm to the point now where I don't, like I said, I don't care who misunderstands me. I know my truth. I know my intentions. I know that I show care and concern, but people think that because I drag so good and cuss so good, that everything I do has to have some type of shady ulterior motive. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, and I accept that. I accept it because some people, for me, I've learned that not everything that somebody says is shade. I used to be real defensive about the things that people say, and now I don't care. I do not care if somebody, like, if my friend tells me, "Ooh, them pants, they kind of tight, ain't they?" or something like that. I'ma still rock my tight pants, okay? If my belly hanging over and they want to throw this, I don't care. That's my belly. That's my fat. That's my skinny jeans. That's my business. And how I feel about it is all that should matter. That's the person I am today. That's who I am today. So, but not everybody's going to be at that level where you're at. And that's okay. So, y'all, I got to get up off of here. I've been on here for a little bit too long. I said everything I want to say, I got it off my chest. Um, it does feel different. As far as that lady who keeps on commenting, I hope that you got whatever you it was that you needed out of me. An apology, okay? I apologize. Okay. I just want to be done with it. Like, please. Okay, so thank you to everybody that left me a super chat. Thank you for everybody that participated in the chat. If I did not get to one of your chats, I do apologize. You know, this is an emotional conversation, and I'm just giving you guys a live video diary. I might be live again later. I'm not sure because today is the day that I normally do my live streams on this channel, but this one was an impromptu live because I just wanted to give it an actual video diary of how I'm feeling so I can look back on these moments and just vent and let it out because this is what I have. What I say, I'm gonna work with what I got, and this is what I have. I also have my sister too, um, but before she got involved and text me back, I was like, let me just go live and let's just have a conversation as I drink my matcha. So thank y'all so much for being here for me on another live stream. If you are watching this on the replay, I need you to do two things for me. Hit that like button. And of course, if you're still here and you haven't hit the like button as well, hit the like button, of course. And leave me a comment down below to let me know that you watched on the replay game. Okay? And if you want to send a super thanks now that the live stream is over, you can do so by going over to the right hand side. Yeah, I got it right this time. The right hand side and clicking on the heart that has a little dollar sign, and you can leave a super thanks, for which I will be super duper thankful. Thank y'all so much for hanging in there with me. I appreciate y'all having this conversation. Thank y'all for understanding. Oh, as far as the poll goes, let's end the poll. I see that there's some people out there that felt the same way that I do, and then so nice for the 13% that says no. They're the family's angel. Congratulations to you. I'm gonna see y'all.